saying there? What are you thinking there?
I do ultimately think the Cowboys cover. I'm not. I've watched a lot of Packers football this year. Uh, there's something about them that just seems a little off. I know they beat the Vikings. I know they beat the Bears, but they beat Kirk Cousins and they beat Mitch Trubisky and they beat Denver with Case Keenum. There's just something that looks off. Aaron Rodgers, like, he's still great, but he's not what he used to be. He's missing more throws. And I think ultimately the Packers' struggles against the run will force them out of their sweet spot defensively, because I'd like to think that Zeke is going to kind of go back to being a really good running back. I just wonder, again, with Aaron Rodgers, I think it frustrates people when I say this, because he's so great. Yeah, he is great, but he was elite. He was arguably the best quarterback in the
And this has
NFL.
gone on for the last few years. He's been in
Right?
decline
Yeah,
for some time.
yeah, and he's just like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I mean, I'm a closet diehard Packers fan, so that's why I watch all their
We'll
snaps. I
keep
watch
that between
everything.
us, all right?
Yeah, but he's missing throws that he never used to miss, and I do think this is a special Cowboys team. I do believe in Kellen Moore. I think he's a really, really talented young mind, and I just think that the weapons they have are too good offensively. The one thing I'd like to see, Brooks, Jason Witten's been a nice addition, but he's still the same, like 5 to 10 yards and turnaround guy, great possession tight end. Blake Jarwin's a guy who they can use to beat teams up the seam if they're going to do what the Saints did. And I'd like to see the Cowboys use more Blake Jarwin, but ultimately I think the Cowboys end up winning this game, and I think they end up covering.
Visiting with Jared Sandler of 105.3 The Fan, and his coverage is brought to you by MyBookie.AG. MyBookie.AG's over-under, Jared, is 46.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I go under. I kind of in my head put together a score of Cowboys 27 and Packers 17. I'm not sure that I believe in this Packers offense, especially if Devontae Adams isn't playing. You know, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is nice, and Geronimo Allison, he's nice. And the Cowboys did struggle with the Devontae Parker, who's a bigger receiver, and Allison and Valdez-Scantling are bigger receivers. But those guys just seem to struggle to get open on their own. And one of the things that it sees like Aaron Rodgers does a ton of is try work in the pot or out of the pocket in scramble drill mode. And Devontae Adams is really good in those situations. Valdez-Scantling and Allison aren't as good in those situations. And Jimmy Graham isn't what he used to be. I mean, heck, I think like Mercedes Lewis might have more catches than Jimmy Graham. So I just don't know that I see this Packers offense putting up a big game. I know people are scared of Aaron Rodgers, Cowboys fans especially, because their recent history with Aaron Rodgers has not been too fruitful on their end. But I don't see the Packers breaking. I think maybe at most 21 points. I don't see the Packers breaking that. So I'll go the under, and I'll give the Cowboys a clear cover at 27.